had just 48 hours to complete the largest order I've taken in the last 2 years. I swore to myself that I would never do this again, but every once in a while, I can be convinced to take on a large order if I feel like it's going to be fulfilling in a creative way. And I thought that this order was going to be that, so I took it. And we're starting with macarons, okay? On top of the macarons, I also have to make individual tiramisu cups, a 3-tiered cake, and Rice Krispie treats. And whenever I have a lot of things to do, I find it best to always start with my macaron shells. These take like 20 to 30 minutes to make, but then they have to dry and bake, which is like 2 to 3 hours of time. So it's like a passive task. I can do other things while they're drying and baking. So I got all of my macaron batter made and I split it into 5 different colors. I did white, dark pink, a medium pink, a light pink, and a very light green. I love this color palette. I think it's so beautiful. It's supposed to match Love Shack Fancy. And then I got all of those piped out. I only needed 120 shells, but I ended up making 175 just to have extras just in case anything went wrong. While those were drying, I switched up my kitchen and I got ready to start prepping all of my lemon curd ingredients. You guys are always asking me what I do with my extra egg yolks. This is one of the ways that I like to utilize them instead of throwing them away. While that first tray of macarons was baking, I made that lemon curd, which turned out so freaking beautiful, so silky and sour. I love it. It's so good. I strained it and put it in the fridge to set because I was going to be using this later for some tiramisu cups and macarons. And while the next tray was baking, I started prepping all of my strawberries. The cake flavor that my client ordered was strawberry, and I like to use a fresh strawberry compote in my actual cake batter. So I prepped all of my strawberries, got those simmering on the stovetop, and then I started prepping for my salted caramel. Keep in mind, I'm constantly multitasking here. I'm making the caramel and the compote while also baking the tray of macarons. I switched the macarons out of the oven, and then I finished up that salted caramel with an immersion blender. It looked so perfect. The strawberry compote thickened up beautifully. I got that set to the side, also delicious. And I really wanted to have everything done aside from filling my macarons and baking my cake before the macarons were done baking, so I started on my Rice Krispie treats. These are actually one of my favorite things that I sell because I think they are so ooey gooey and delicious. I think people are always shocked by how much I charge for these, but I don't care. They're expensive to make. And they're freaking yummy, okay? My timing was perfect. As I finished those and set them to the side, I was ready to do my macaron popping video because all of my macarons were done baking. I quickly made my batch of buttercream that I was going to be using to fill my macarons while the cakes were baking. Set that to the side. Scarlett was working overtime. She got the cake batter made so quickly. I portioned those out, got the layers in the oven, which meant I had 40 minutes to fill all of my macarons and to top my Rice Krispie treats. I didn't want to add any drizzle or anything to these Rice Krispie treats. I wanted them to be very clean and sleek. So instead I did a marbling technique with my white chocolate, which is part of the reason these are so expensive because I use actual white chocolate and it's freaking delicious. I cannot wait to show you guys how those turned out. And then I prepped my bags with my lemon curd, my salted caramel, and my buttercream. The white macarons were vanilla, the green were lemon curd, the pink were the salted caramel, dark pink got cookies and cream, and then the light pink got cotton candy. I made just enough. I felt so professional here. And yeah, this was one of the smoothest baking days I've literally ever had. I can't wait to show you everything else I made. I'll see you for that. Okay, love you, bye.